What's good, guys? It's Walker. Today we're back with another album review. Yesterday I uploaded, or maybe it was the day before, but I uploaded "While You Were Sleeping" by Cal Scrubby. That one made the official Walker album list, aka the OWL, and I gave it a silver ranking. The rankings are bronze, silver, and gold. Bronze does not mean bad though, because if the album is bad, it will make the B list, which basically means I can't really recommend it as a YouTube, as not a YouTube, sorry, as just a music enjoyer. So it's less about my personal preferences and more about how I rate the music overall. And for this album, I was honestly having a hard time deciding between B List and OWL, but uh, I'll tell you guys what you got at the end of the album. I'm playing music in the background. I remembered last time, or I watched and saw that last time it was too quiet, so hopefully you can hear it this time. But this is WHAM. This is Lil Baby's most recent album. It came out like 6 days ago. I don't know which album it is, but I mean it's like 7 or 8 or some shit. Like he's dropped quite a bit of albums, and I've seen the community, the rap community. I haven't really seen any great opinions on it. It seems that the general consensus is that it's just alright, it's decent, or it's mid, or it kind of just seems like people are tired of this flow that Lil Baby has. But I guess we can start by talking about with the flow, which I think he does have a very similar flow, not only throughout the whole album, but compared to his past projects as well. I haven't watched or reviewed any of his other albums. I will end up doing that eventually. But just from, I am a Lil Baby fan and I have heard his music before. And yeah, the flows are very similar. The beats are also similar, but this album definitely does have its own feel to it. He has the classic aggressive trap Lil Baby drums that I think kind of, I don't really know the word. I can't think of it now, but you know, every Lil Baby album has these types of drums, and I think they work well. I think he knows how to use them well. Uh, Other things about the production, I've noticed that he's got a lot of kind of ambient sounds going in the background, and a lot of the song structures are pretty simple, where it's like chorus, verse, chorus, verse, chorus, or whatever, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it is the same for pretty much exactly every, or it's pretty much exactly the same for every song. Sorry. One thing I did like about this album were the features. I think he was definitely outdone by a lot of the features, including Travis Scott. Definitely carried the song he was on. Future and Young Thug both outperformed him on his Dumb and Dumber song. 21 Savage, I think Lil Baby did pretty good on Outfit, but I think 21 Savage did do better. But he also did outperform some of the other features on his album, such as Glorilla. I didn't think had the strongest verse. I was a little bit disappointed. I know that the beat she was rapping on isn't really the normal one, or the Glorilla type of beat, so I'll give her the benefit of the doubt there. And then I wasn't also the biggest fan of the features on the song with Rod Wave. I wasn't really the biggest fan of that song, period. Um, this Travis Scott song is playing in the background right now, I'm pretty sure. But when it comes to story, concepts of the album, there is definitely a story here which I can appreciate. So I'd say about half the tracks are just that hard Lil Baby banger in the car kind of song, which he does pretty well. Again, there's nothing really too interesting about them. I'd say the production stands out the most, just because this album does have a pretty consistent sound in the production. But when it comes to his lyrics, flows, cadences, it's nothing that we haven't heard before. It's not bad, but it's not really outstanding either. I think the songs are decent, but from an album standpoint, it could be better. But each song individually, when you hear it, sounds pretty good because he's got a formula going, right? But when it comes to other songs that do have a concept, he does talk about, I don't know if it's multiple women or just one, but there is a theme about relationships in here. And there's also a theme about him trying to grow. He used to be, according to a couple of his tracks, just kind of a drug doer, money flexer, like living it up, right? But now he's trying to improve his lifestyle. He's learned about what's important to him, which is he wants to promote a better image, right? So I think the concept of the album is it's okay. The only thing is about it is in a couple of songs he says like, "Oh, flexing all that old shit was corny. I'm trying to change." But then he drops those banger songs where he's just flexing cars and shit. Um, Overall, I think the album is decent, and I am gonna put it on my official album or official Walker album list, the Oval. But he is gonna get a bronze ranking, which again does not mean it's bad. But for this specific album, I am gonna say he barely made the Owl. This is a borderline B-list album, so even though I would recommend the listen, I can't recommend it like hard. You know, I mean, I think it's gonna be on the lower tier of bronze albums on the Oval, but don't get it twisted. It does make the Oval. I do recommend the listen, and it is a decent album. If it's the first Lil Baby project you've heard, then it probably is gonna be better because you're not used to it. But if you're a big Lil Baby fan or if you're just aware of him, then it's not really his best project. Um, the mixing on it is pretty good. The production, like overall of the album, is pretty good. The way the album strings together is pretty decent. So again, I'm gonna put it on Oval. I'll give it a bronze. It's a decent listen. So that's my album review of Wham by Lil Baby. Next, we're gonna be doing Think Later by Tate McRae because she has a new album dropping next month, which I will be reviewing. So in honor of that or in mention of that, I'm gonna be reviewing her most recent album. But I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Again, Think Later coming next. I hope you guys watch it and have a great day.